Hello and welcome to Ex Witness Awake. I'm your host, Jonathan. Hope that you're doing well today. I'm working as per usual. Taking a little break here to catch my breath and chat with you all. So, this episode is going to be sort of a topic and an update as to what's going on with me. So stick around and we'll get into it. But first, let's run the old introduction. Let's go. Well, I was trying to decide whether I was going to take some time to do a recording this evening um, because I'm not feeling that great. I've got some stuff going on and it kind of slows me down. So, sometimes I need the time, but you got to rest or else you just get burnt out. So, anyway, what I was thinking about is that being one of Jehovah's Witnesses, they want you to give your all to the organization. They want you to give all your time. They want you to give money. They want you to, well, they just want it all. And that can even include your health because, they talk about the last days, and that's been, going on since the beginning of the organization, like 150 plus years. That the end's coming. So you need the time to recuperate and take care of yourself, but you have all these duties that you have to do and spiritual things you have to do. You got to study, and you got to go on service, and you got to participate in hall cleaning, and you got to volunteer your time to build a kingdom hall or whatever the case might be. That's what's important to them. Now, you have to make ends meet. You gotta make a living. They don't care if you're wearing yourself out in that respect. At least that's the way I perceive it. They don't really care. They just keep saying over and over again that the end's coming, and they want you to be focused on that, and just rely on Jehovah and be patient and keep going, keep faithfully trucking to the end. Well, the end hasn't come. I've been waiting for it for a long time myself. I wasn't supposed to graduate high school, but I did. I remember talking to my dad when he was saying you should go to college, and I said no, but I want to pioneer because the end is so close. So I didn't go to school, and I just never ended up going at all. And let me tell you, I'm tired. I work on my feet a lot. I do a lot of physical labor. I mean, I like being my own boss, and the work isn't so bad in that way, but it's hard on the body. Now, I'm going to be 50 this fall, and another thing that Jehovah's Witnesses aren't really, at least traditionally haven't been encouraged to do, is to prepare for the future, because the end is coming so soon that you don't need to worry about saving money. You don't need to worry about your retirement plan, because 5 years from now, we're all going to be, shoveling up corpses at the other side of the Great Tribulation, and things are going to be great. You don't need to worry about that. Jehovah, this organization, are going to take care of you. Well, they're not going to take care of you. Yeah, so I'm dealing with a lot of pain issues right now. I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, so this is sort of the update part. I got some results back from an MRI, and I've got, it's like a war zone in there in my neck. A lot of slipped discs or bulging discs and arthritis and stuff. So I've been dealing with a lot of pain. And, if things had been different, maybe I wouldn't be doing this sort of work. Maybe I would have gone to school and I could have been doing something that wasn't so labor intensive. I had delusions, I don't know, of being an architect perhaps or an animator, but that's not what I do. So, I'm a decent cleaner. I like to think so, but it is hard on the body. And you end up having to give everything, including your health, to the organization. Now, as I mentioned, they don't really encourage you to save up for the future. So we'll see what retirement's going to bring. Maybe I'll have to learn to make colorful signs that say, "We'll work for food." Hungry, please help. No, hopefully nothing like that. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to retire eventually. I'm working on it, trying to make changes to my life and my family's life that'll help for that to go forward. But growing up one of Jehovah's Witnesses definitely didn't help. Doesn't make it easier. So my advice as somebody who's entering their 50s soon, if you're one of Jehovah's Witnesses, if you are somebody who's considering studying with Jehovah's Witnesses, just be careful, because they're going to say a lot of things that maybe sound good on paper, but in practical terms, it just doesn't work. So you see all kinds of articles and videos on jw.org where people are just making their ends meet, but they're happy. They're joyful serving Jehovah, living in their dilapidated place that's very meager. But they're happy because they're going out in service and they're talking to people in the territory and they're making small talk with brother elderly and sister elderly. How are you today? I'm good. Such a joyous day to be serving God, blah, blah, blah. But there's nothing really there. They're not really saying anything because there's no real true relationships going on and that sort of thing. I feel like I'm meandering here, but the whole point is, don't let your life pass you by because you are at the grinding away for the organization. They're not really going to give you anything positive as far as the future goes. They're going to say you have a hope, but the things that they say are not provable. How do you prove something that happens after death? You can't. You have to die in order to find out, right? So put some thought into the sort of things that you're taught, and I think that's all I got. Put some thought into what you're doing and where your life's going, where you've been, and learn from it and make the changes that you need to really live the life that you want to. So that's it. Yeah, I'm going to get back to work. Yeah, I'm glad I have tomorrow off. I need it. That's it. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention too. I guess since this is an update thing, might as well update that too. Now, I don't ever push my Patreon. It exists. way back when somebody said, hey, is there a way that I could show my appreciation and support you? And do you have a Patreon? I'm like, no? Okay, I'll make one. So I did. And I've had up to 3 patrons, and I'm very appreciative of their expressions of appreciation and helping to support me with donations, contributions, whatever it is, their patronage. But I'm not really pushing it because, as I mentioned in some previous videos, because of work situation, health situation, that sort of thing, I can't guarantee that I can crank these out at a regular interval. If I'm lucky, I'll have some periods where I can. Maybe I can bank some recordings. I don't know. But I really can't guarantee that. So I feel like I don't really want to push the Patreon because I want to make sure that people don't feel like they're not getting what they paid for. Even if it just is, a cup of coffee. So I do have a store. So if you're ever interested in some cool shirt designs, at least I like to think they're cool. I enjoy creating things, artwork or whatever, and putting it on a shirt or a sticker or something. And I figure it's something I can do when I'm hurting and I'm tired and I just want to be creative, and I can kick back on the couch and watch Netflix and create a thing, and it's out there. And it serves to also spark up conversations and to be part of the message that we're putting out as apostates and that sort of thing. So if you're interested, at the very least, if you like a shirt design, you have a shirt, whether I crank out a video once a week or once a month. It's there for you. It's yours to enjoy, and there you go. I'm definitely not going to get rich on that sort of thing, but every little bit helps, right? I guess that's it. I should probably get back to work. Live your good life, and don't let an organization, a cult, high control, don't let them ruin the potential for your life. And don't make you have to be 70 and pushing a broom. Have a plan. Don't let them ruin that for you. So, okay, back to work for me. Thanks, and I will catch you next time. Bye now.